Good morning to all. I am Balaji Rao. Welcome to BR Max class. We are doing integration by partial fractions problems. In last class, I explained what is rational function, what is proper rational function, what is improper rational function, and in that type 1 problems we practiced. In this class, what are the things we are going to do? You observe here, this is a type 2 problems in integration by using partial fractions. What is this type 2? It is a proper rational function and denominator contains repeated linear factors. It is a proper rational function. Given function is a proper rational function and denominator contains repeated linear factors. In this model, total 3 problems are there. I am going to explain what is this type 2 exactly and what type of problems comes under type 2 and how to split this type of functions into partial fractions. All those things I am going to discuss in this class. Let me quickly revise what we learned in type 1 problems. Look here, these are the problems we did in last class. Look, what is type 1 problems? Type 1 problems are like this. It is a proper rational function. What is proper rational function? If degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator, we call it as a proper rational function. You can look here. All these are proper rational functions. Degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator. Look here, degree of numerator is 1, degree of denominator is 3. So it is a proper rational function. And we learned that in type 1, denominator contains non-repeated linear factors. You need to know what is meant by non-repeated linear factors and repeated linear factors. Vishnu Sarita. Good morning, Vishnu Sarita. We need to know what is meant by non-repeated linear factors and what is meant by repeated linear factors. You look here, these examples, these are linear factors, these are not repeated. See, x plus 1 is not repeated anywhere, x plus 2 also not repeated anywhere. You see, these are linear factors, these are linear factors. Is x minus 1 repeated anywhere? No. X minus 2 repeated anywhere? No. X minus 3 repeated anywhere? No. So what are these are? These are all proper rational functions and denominator contains non-repeated linear factors. Okay, this is type 1. In last class we learned this type of problems. In this class we are going to learn type 2. You see one more thing, one more point here in type 1. If a given function is a proper rational function and denominator contains non-repeated linear factors, then this proper rational function can be splitted into partial fractions like this. How? A divided by x minus a plus b divided by x minus b plus c divided by x minus c, and then we'll find the values of a, b, c and we'll integrate. This is what we learned in last class. In this class, type 2 problems. What are these type 2 problems? Look here, what is type 2 problem? It is a proper rational function. Like type 1, first thing is given function must be a proper rational function. What is meant by proper rational function? If degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator, then it is called proper rational function. You see here 3 examples are there. Na? You observe this one. What is degree of numerator? Yes, answer degree of numerator 1. Okay. What is degree of denominator? Expand this x square term you will get. So degree of denominator is 2. Degree of numerator is 1. Degree of denominator is 2. So degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator. So what is this? This is a proper rational function. Okay. And you observe this one, degree of numerator 1. This example you see. Degree of numerator is 1. What about degree of denominator? When you multiply all these things, you will get 3. Degree of denominator is 3. Degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator. So it is a proper rational function. You look here, degree of numerator is 1, degree of denominator is 3. It is a proper rational function. So these are the examples for proper rational functions. You observe, denominator contains repeated linear factors. This is important. Which model we are doing? Once power will come back, then I'll be in touch with you. Okay. Right. What I am saying, denominator contains repeated linear factors. denominator contains repeated linear factors. You observe here x plus 2 whole square is there now. X plus 2 whole square. You observe this x plus 2 whole square. X plus 2 whole square means what? X plus 2 whole square means x plus 2 into x plus 2. That means what? Denominator contains repeated linear factors. Now look this one. Look this one. Denominator contains repeated linear factors or not? I am saying this repeated linear factors. Repeated linear factors. Look here. X minus 1 whole square. X minus 1 whole square means x minus 1 into x minus 1. Denominator repeated linear factors are there. And this problem, after simplifying this denominator, you will come to know denominator contains repeated linear factors. That I will explain while doing the problem. So first thing, in this model, by seeing the question, you need to understand. What you need to understand? Given function is a proper rational function and denominator contains repeated linear factors. Denominator contains repeated linear factors. Denominator contains repeated linear factors. Okay. This type, what type it is, you understand. I hope you understand. What type it is? It is a proper rational function and denominator contains repeated linear factors. Once you identified that denominator contains repeated linear factors, then how to write given proper rational function into partial fractions like this? You observe, this is proper rational function or not? Degree of numerator is 1 here, degree of denominator is 2. So this is proper rational function and denominator contains repeated linear factors x minus a whole square. In this case, we will write this proper rational function into partial fractions like this. This is what we learned from partial fractions chapter. Okay, this is the way we will split proper rational function into partial fractions. Look here, a divided by x minus a. Here x minus a is there now. A divided by x minus a plus b divided by x minus a whole square. Whole square is there. Okay. Now you observe this one. Degree of numerator, please. Degree of numerator is 2. What is degree of denominator? Degree of denominator is 3. Degree of numerator is 2. Degree of denominator is 3. It is a proper rational function. You observe the denominator. Denominator contains repeated linear factor. Correct? Denominator contains repeated linear factor. Now, how we will write it as? Look here. A divided by x minus a plus b divided by x minus a whole square. This is for this part. I hope you are understanding. This is the procedure. In what way we need to do means, this is the procedure. When denominator contains repeated linear factors, we will write like this. Plus c divided by x minus b. Okay? Right. Now, let's see how to solve these problems. First, we'll take this sixth question. You observe this sixth question. It is a proper rational function or not? Yes, it is a proper rational function. Why? Because degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator. And denominator contains repeated linear factors. Yes, denominator contains repeated linear factors. Then by using partial fractions, how to split this proper rational function into partial fractions? As it is a proper rational function and denominator contains repeated linear factors, as we learned in the theory, this can be written as a divided by x plus 2 plus b divided by x plus 2 whole square. I hope you are understanding. Okay, now what I want to find? I want to find the values of a and b. I want to find the values of a and b. For that, little bit of simplification I will do. 3x minus 1 divided by x plus 2 whole square equal to, you observe this right hand side, what LCM you will get here? X plus 2 whole square, x plus 2. LCM of x plus 2 whole square, x plus 2 is what? Is x plus 2 whole square. X plus 2 whole square you will get, right? X plus 2 in this, how many times? X plus 2 into x plus 2 is x plus 2 whole square. So what you will get in the numerator? In the numerator you will get a into x plus 2 plus, you observe this x plus 2 whole square. In this x plus 2 whole square, how many times? X plus 2 whole square into 1. X plus 2 whole square into 1 is x plus 2 whole square. So b into 1 you need to write. These things you already learned in earlier classes. Okay. Now you see this x plus 2 whole square, x plus 2 whole square will get cancelled. Then what you will get? 3x minus 1 equal to a times of x plus 2 plus b. Okay. What I am looking for? I am trying to find the values of a and b. I am trying to find the values of a and b. So now We got the values of, we need to find the values of a and b. This equation is true for all real values of x. We need to find the values of a and b. To find the values of a and b here, I'll go with the tricky method. What is the tricky method? Put x equal to, see, if I want this b value, I need to make this term 0. In last class also we discussed this. What I'll do? I'll put x equal to minus 2. I'll make this 0. X plus 2 equal to 0 means what is x? X is minus 2. I'll put x equal to minus 2. Put x equal to minus 2 here. 3 into minus 2, that is minus 6. Minus 6 minus 1. Minus 6 minus 1, that is minus 7, equal to what happened here? This x equal to minus 2, I substituted in this. Minus 6 minus 1 is minus 7, equal to a into, no need to write this one. When I put x equal to minus 2 in this, a term will become 0. So what you will get directly? Directly you will get b value. What is b value? B value is minus 7. Okay, I got b value. Now what I need? I need a value. How to get a value? How to get a value? Look here, how to get a value? Yes, any answer? As I already know b value, how to get this a value? What I am saying, this is true for all real values of x. In place of x, here I written minus 2 na. You can write any real value. In place of x, you can write any real x value. I'll put x equal to 0. Okay, put x equal to 0. Put x equal to 0 in this. Not only 0, you can write x equal to 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, like that also you can write. Okay, put x equal to 0 this side, what you will get? 3 into 0 minus 1, that is minus 1, equal to a into 0 plus 2. Put x equal to 0 here, a into 0 plus 2 is 0 plus b. You look here, b value I already got just now. What is b value? B value is minus 7. So in place of b, I'll write minus 7. So minus 1 equal to 2a minus 7. I hope you are understanding. Right? So what is the 2a from this? 2a is minus 1 plus 7. That is 6. So what is a value? A value is 3. So I got b value as minus 7, a value as 3. I hope you are understanding. Good. Now this a value, b value, you substitute in this. A value, b value, substitute in this. Okay, I'll take this as equation 1. This a value, b value, I'll substitute in this equation. Okay, listen here. What I want to find? I want to find a value, b value. I can easily make this term 0. What I am saying, this is true for all real values of x. This is true for all real values of x. Now what I'll do, in place of x, I am putting x equal to minus 2. Put x equal to minus 2. Here, I want to make this term 0. X plus 2 equal to 0. X plus 2 equal to 0 means what is x? X is minus 2. Right? So if I want b value, I want to make this term 0. To make this term 0, you equate this to 0. You will get x equal to minus 2. That minus 2 I am substituting in this equation. And very, very important thing is, sir, full not present. Okay, Gita, no problem. You observe here. This is true for all real values of x. You can put any x value. As I want to find a value, b value, I can get b value easily by making this term 0. You just put x plus 2 equal to 0, then you will get x equal to minus 2 to get the b value. To get the b value, I need to put x equal to minus 2. I hope you understand. Those who not watched that last class, please watch it that last class, a detailed explanation given over there. Okay, now this equation 1 is there here. Equation 1, same thing I written here. Now I know the values of a and b. What is a value? A value is 3. I'll write a value is 3. What is b value? B value I got it as minus 7. Actually, I want to integrate this one. Okay, I'll take it. Copy, right? I want to integrate this one. Now look here. In place of this is the proper rational function. I came to know that this can be written like this. Now what I'll do? In place of this, I'll write this one. That equal to integral of, write this one in place of this 3x minus 1 divided by x plus 2 whole square. Look here, in place of this expression, I can write this written. Now I need to integrate. I'll integrate each and every term. Integral of this term plus integral of this term. Okay, that equal to, while integrating this term in the numerator 3 is there, 3 is constant, right? You take it outside the integral, 3 times of integral of 1 divided by x plus 2 dx. Okay, here you see minus 7 constant, take it outside, plus minus 7 into integral of 1 divided by x plus 2 whole square dx. I hope you are understanding. Okay, now I need to integrate this. That equal to 3 times of, what is derivative of x plus 2? What is derivative of x plus 2? Derivative of x plus 2 is 1. Derivative of x is 1. Derivative of 2 is 0. Numerator is the derivative of denominator. Right? So what you know this formula, integral of f dash of x divided by f of x dx equal to log mod f of x plus c. You learned this in model number 3. We are in model number 8 now. As numerator is the derivative of denominator, you can write its answer directly. Log mod x plus 2. Likita, I hope you are understanding. Or you want me to explain little faster? Please mention in comment. This is plus of minus is minus. Minus 7 into. Here the problem will come. All of you listen carefully. Here the problem will come. Look here. This 1 divided by x plus 2 whole square is there, na? 1 divided by x plus 2 whole square, that can be written as x plus 2 whole power minus 2. A power minus m is 1 divided by a power m. You know this. Here 1 divided by a power m is not that I written as a power minus m. Okay. Now, how to integrate this part? Look here. Here I can write into 1. Here I can write into 1. Right. That equal to 3 times of log mod x plus 2 minus 7 into. You observe what is derivative of x plus 2? Derivative of x plus 2 is 1. And this integral is of which form? We know this formula. Integral of f of x whole power n into f dash of x dx is what? F of x whole power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus c. In this model, we will use this formula frequently whenever this type of things will come. Repeated linear factors are there. Right? So here you observe this is f of x whole power n. What is n here? N is minus 2 into f dash of x. What is derivative of x plus 2? Derivative of x plus 2 is 1. So what is the answer? F of x whole power n plus 1. What is f of x here? X plus 2 whole power n plus 1 minus 2 plus 1. Here n plus 1 is there, na? N is minus 2. Minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. Divided by minus 2 plus 1, that is minus 1 plus c. I hope you are understanding. This equal to 3 log mod x plus 2 minus, look here, minus is there, here minus is there, the minus of minus will become plus. So plus 7 into, here x plus 2 whole power minus 1 is there, na? That can be written as 1 divided by x plus 2. Okay, so divided by x plus 2 plus c. I hope you are understanding. Let me check we got textbook answer or not. 3 log mod x plus 2 plus 7 divided by x plus 2 plus, yes, we got textbook answer. Listen, what happened here actually? First thing, by seeing the question, you need to understand this is type 2. What is type 2? It is a proper rational function or not? Degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator. Yes, it is a proper rational function. And denominator contains repeated linear factors. Then we will identify it is under type 2. Look here. It is a proper rational function and denominator contains repeated linear factors. Then it is type 2 problems. Okay. So this is a proper rational function and denominator contains repeated linear factors. First point is, when you identified it is type 2, this proper rational function can be written into partial fractions. How? This way. This is the theory you need to know. As it is a proper rational function, denominator contains repeated linear factors, we will write into partial fractions like this. Now main idea is finding the values of a and b. By simplifying this, I will get the values of a and b. Now I will substitute this a value, b value again here, so that I got like this. Actually, I want to integrate this. Integrating this is little difficult. So by using partial fractions, I split it into this proper function into partial fractions like this. Now integration of this is very easy. So you see how in 2 to 3 steps we completed this. I hope you understanding, right? So first problem completed. Now we'll move to second problem. What is the second problem? Not written. Okay, this problem we'll take, right? In this integration by using partial fractions. First 5 problems under type 1, 6th problem is type 2, 7th problem we will observe now whether it is type 1 or type 2. First you observe, it is a proper rational function or not. What is degree of numerator? Degree of numerator is 1. What is degree of denominator? After expanding, multiplying, you will get cube terms. So degree of denominator is 3. Degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator. It is proper rational function. It is a proper rational function, and denominator contains repeated linear factors or not. You observe here, x minus 1 whole square is there. X minus 1 whole square. X minus 1 is repeated 2 times. So it contains repeated linear factor. By using partial fractions knowledge, what it can be written as x divided by x minus 1 whole square into x plus 2. This can be written as, look here, this is the information you need to know. A divided by x minus 1 plus b divided by x minus 1 whole square. This is what we learn in this theory part of type 2, plus c divided by x plus 2. This is the basic point. This is the basic point. This is what you need to know from the theory of partial fractions. Previous one. Okay. Right. Now, what I'll do here, what is my main intention? I want to find the values of a, b, c. I'll simplify this. Okay. I'll simplify this. Okay. Copy, paste. Okay. This equal to what is LCM here? Yes, what is LCM here? LCM of these things, very simple. What is there here, same thing you will get as LCM. Okay, you need not to confuse, need not to worry much. LCM of these 3 terms is x minus 1 whole square into x minus 1 whole square into x plus 2. Okay, look here, x minus 1 is there, na? For this, by multiplying with what you will get this? For this x minus 1, multiplying with what you will get this term, that is important. So a into, here first I written here a, x minus 1 is there, na? X minus 1 into what expression will gives you this? Very simple, x minus 1 into x plus 2, right? So this I need to write. What you will write here? A into x minus 1 into x plus 2. Good. Plus, now look here, x minus 1 whole square is there. For this, by multiplying with what you will get this? X minus 1 whole square is there. By multiplying with what you will get this expression? Multiplying with x plus 2. So what it is? It is b into x plus 2. Okay. Plus c into, look here, c into, here x plus 2 is already there, na? By multiplying this with what you will get this expression? X minus 1 whole square. X minus 1 whole square. Right? I hope you understand how we got this. This is basic thing only. In earlier classes you already learned all these things. Now what happens? This x minus 1 whole square x plus 2 will get cancelled. Cancel them. X minus 1 whole square x plus 2 will get cancelled. What is remaining? X equal to a into x minus 1 into x plus 2. Okay. Plus b into x plus 2. Okay. Plus c into x minus 1 whole square. I hope you are understanding. What is my basic idea here? I want to find a value, b value, c value. To find a value, b value, c value, 2 methods are there. One is comparing the coefficients, another one is tricky method. In last type also we used the tricky method. I want to do as many values as possible by tricky method. What I want to do? I want to try to find a, b, c values by using tricky method. If I get, it's okay. Otherwise we will find other method also. First I want to use tricky method. What is the tricky method? I want a value. I want a value. If I want a value, I need to make b value, c value 0. At a stretch, I can make them 0. Is there any common term in these two terms? Is there any common term in these two terms? No. No. Very good. Very good. You observe. Can I get b value? Can I get b value? To get b value, you need to make this term 0. You observe in this A related, C related, any common term is there? In these two, any common term is there? Check it. Yes, x minus 1 is there. X minus 1 is common. So I'll put x equal to 1. Look here. Put x equal to 1. What is the main idea? I want to find b value. To find b value, I am checking that can I make a value, c value 0 or not. You see here, in these two terms, x minus 1 is there. If I equate x minus 1 to 0, x minus 1 equal 0 means x equal 1. So this equation is true for all real values of x. Now I'll put x equal to 1 to get the value of b. Put x equal to 1 here left hand side. Put x equal to 1. What you will get? 1 equal to, okay. Now put x equal to 1 here. What happened? This will become 0. Right? Now put x equal to 1 here. What you will get? B into 1 plus 2 is 3. Put x equal to 0. Put x equal to 1 here. Look here. Put x equal to 1 here. This will become 0. So I got b value from this. What is b value? B value is 1 by 3. I got b value. I hope you are understanding. With the help of trick, I got b value. You understand how to find this b value? Whoever there on online class, please let me know. I hope you are understanding how to find the b value. Okay, good. Now, can I get c value at a stretch? Can I get c value? Can I get c value? To get c value, we need to make this term 0. Correct? Now, you observe in these two terms, is there any term common? You look here, x plus 2. X plus 2 is there in both the terms. So, x plus 2 equal to 0 means x equal to minus 2. Good. Put x equal to minus 2. Put x equal to minus 2. Why I am putting x equal to minus 2? Because I want to get c value. To get c value, I want to make these two terms 0. This term, I want to make it 0. That's why I am putting x equal to minus 2. This we discussed in last class also. Okay. Put x equal to minus 2. Left hand side, put x equal to minus 2. Minus 2 equal to a times of. Put x equal to minus 2. What happened? This will become 0. So no need to write this. Put x equal to minus 2. This will become 0. No need to write this. Now directly c. Sorry. Here directly c. Right? C into. Put x equal to minus 2. What you will get? Minus 2 minus 1, that is minus 3. Minus 3 whole square is 9. Okay, this is 9. So what is c value? C value is minus 2 divided by 9. C value is minus 2 divided by 9. I got c value. That's good. So with the help of trick, we got b value, c value. What you want to find? You want to find a value, b value, c value. I already got b value, c value. What I need now? Now I need a value. Listen carefully. In type 1, finding A, B, C are very easy. With the help of this trick only, we can do all the problems. But in type 2, small tricky thing is there. With the help of trick, you may not find all A, B, C values. You see here, with the help of trick, I got B value, C value. Now you tell me any X value such that I can get A value directly. Can you tell any A value? Can you tell any x value such that we will get a value directly? We won't get. You can observe. If you want, you can check. If you want to get this a value, you need to make this b, c term 0. There is no term common in b and c. So you cannot find x value directly with that help of trick. What I know that this equation is true for all real values of x. I know that this equation is true for all real values of x. Now what I'll do? In place of x, I'll put 0. In place of x, I'll put 0. Why 0? I'll put x equal to 3. Okay, you can put. No problem. This is true for all real values of x. Other than these values, 1 and minus 2, you can substitute any value. If I put x equal to 0, I'll get the things somehow easier. That's why I want to put x equal to 0. Okay. So to get a value, I'll put x equal to 0. And okay, put x equal to 0 here, left hand side. 0 is there. Okay. 0 equal to right hand side, put x equal to 0. What you will get? A into put x equal to 0. 0 minus 1 minus 1. 0 plus 2 2 minus 1 into 2 minus 2. Okay, a into minus 2 plus, observe this one, put x equal to 0. Put x equal to 0. 0 plus 2 2 plus 2b, b into 2, that is 2b. Okay, put x equal to 0 here. 0 minus 1 whole square. Minus 1 whole square is 1 only. So plus c. Plus c. You observe here, when I put x equal to 0 in this equation, I got an equation in terms of a, b, c. I already know b value, c value. Now. These two values I will substitute here so that I can get the value of a. That is the tricky part here. Okay, so that is 0 equal to minus 2a plus 2 into what is b value? B value is 1 by 3. Plus what is c value? C value is minus 2 by 9. Okay. Now here this minus 2a is there. Now minus 2a you take it to the left hand side. Minus 2a will become plus 2a. Minus 2a will become plus 2a. 2a equal to what is remaining here? 2 by 3 minus 2 by 9. Take the LCM. LCM is 9. 3 in this, 3 times 3 2s are 6. 3 2s are 6 minus 2. 6 minus 2. That equal to 4 by 9. 2a equal to 4 by 9. Okay, what is a? A equal to, what is a? 4 by 9 means this 2 will get cancelled 2 times now. A is 2 by 9. Okay, so I got a value as 2 by 9. So finally I got a value, B value, C value. A value is what? 2 by 9. B value is what? 1 by 3. C value is what? Minus 2 by 9. Good. Now take this paste here. Okay. Now as I got A value, B value, C value, I will substitute those values. What is the value of A? Value of A is 2 by 9. What is the value of B? Value of B is 1 by 3. What is value of C? Value of C is minus 2 by 9. See, this is the equation 1. This is equation 1. Actually, I want to find A value, B value, C value. I calculated ABC values. I substituted in this. I got like this. Now I need to integrate. Okay. Okay. I want to integrate this. Integral of, this is the question, right? This is the question. I want to integrate this. Look here. I want to integrate this. Now what I got in place of this, I got this expression. Okay. Right. Take it. Okay. Now integrate. Integral of whole thing into dx. Okay. Now you observe, I want to integrate this. How to integrate? I'll integrate each and every term. Okay. Integral of this term here, 2 by 9 is constant. Take it outside. 2 by 9 into integral of 1 divided by x minus 1 into dx plus I want to integrate this one here. 1 by 3 is constant. Take it outside. 1 by 3 into integral of 1 divided by x minus 1 whole square into dx minus 2 by 9 is constant. Take it outside. Integral of 1 divided by x plus 2 into dx. Okay. Now this equal to 2 by 9 into you observe here, numerator is the derivative of denominator. What is derivative of x plus 1? Derivative of x plus 1 is 1. Correct? Derivative of x plus 1 is 1. So numerator is the derivative of denominator. So you know how to write its answer directly. What is its answer? Log mod x minus 1 plus 1 by 3 into, to integrate this in last problem what I did in the same method. Look here, 1 divided by x minus 1 whole square is there. Now that can be written as x minus 1 whole power minus 2 into derivative into 1. Look here, what is there here? Same thing I written, that's it. Into dx minus 2 by 9 into, you observe this one. Derivative of x plus 2 is what? Derivative of x plus 2 is 1. Numerator is the derivative of denominator. So what I can write here? This can be written like this. Into log mod x plus 2 plus c. I hope you are understanding. Now look here, this integration is needed. Now I need to integrate this. That equal to 2 by 9 into log mod x minus 1 plus 1 by 3 into, this is of which form? In last problem also we used it. This is of which form? Integral of f of x whole power n into f dash of x dx. F of x whole power n into f dash of x dx. Correct? What is the answer? F of x whole power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus c. Right? So I'll apply that formula. Apply what you will get? X minus 1 whole power minus 2 plus 1 minus 1 divided by minus 1 minus 2 by 9 into log mod x plus 2 plus c. I hope you are understanding. Little bit of simplification. 2 by 9 into log mod x minus 1. Look here. Plus of minus is minus. Okay. So minus 1 by 3 into this x minus 1 whole power minus 1 can be written as 1 divided by x minus 1 minus 2 by 9 into log mod x plus 2 plus c. Let me check the answer. What we got for this? 2 by 9 into log mod x minus 1 minus 1 by 3 into 1 divided by x minus 1 minus 2 by 9 into log mod x plus 2 plus c. Yes, I hope you are understanding. We are doing integration by using partial fractions. In that type 2 problems we are doing. What are type 2 problems? Given function is a proper rational function and denominator contains repeated linear factors. Now we completed 6th problem, 7th problem. See this 8th problem. We'll do this 8th problem. Okay. Take 8th problem. This is the 8th question. First point is, it is a proper rational function or not? Degree of numerator 1, degree of denominator 3, Degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator. Yes, degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator. Is it a proper rational function? Yes. Is denominator contains repeated linear factors? Denominator contains repeated linear factors. I cannot say anything here. I need to simplify this. So what I'll do, integral of 3x plus 5 divided by, you look here in the denominator, you observe these first two terms. In these first two terms, I'll take x square common. Take x square common. If you take x square common, what you will get? X minus 1. Here you observe in these two, I can take minus common. Take minus common. Again, you will get x minus 1 into dx. Okay, that equal to integral of 3x plus 5 divided by, look here, here x minus 1 is there, here x minus 1 is there. You take x minus 1 common. Okay, you take x minus 1 common. If you take x minus 1 common, what you will get? You will get x square minus 1 dx. I hope you are understanding. Further simplification, that equal to 3x plus 5 divided by x minus 1 into, you observe this one, x square minus 1. Here 1 can be written as 1 square. Here 1 can be written as 1 square. This is of the form a square minus b square. What is the formula for a square minus b square? A plus b into a minus b. So x square minus 1 can be written as x plus 1 into x minus 1. Right? So this is a minus b into a plus b. I hope you are understanding. That equal to integral of 3x plus 5 divided by, look here, x minus 1 2 times is there. X minus 1 repeated. So this can be written as x minus 1 whole square into x plus 1 dx. Initially, you may not identify this, whether it comes under a type 2 or not. You observe now. This both are same na? This both are same. You observe now. It is a proper rational function. Yes. Denominator contains repeated linear factors. You observe here. Yes, denominator contains repeated linear factors. Then, by using that partial fractions knowledge, what you can write? This expression is there, na? This expression can be written as, look here. Here repeated linear factors are there. How you will write it as? A divided by x minus 1 plus b divided by x minus 1 whole square plus c divided by x plus 1. I hope you understand what I written here. This is the way we need to split this proper rational function into partial fractions. Now you need to find the values of ABC. Okay, right. 3x plus 5 equal to what is LCM? What is LCM of x minus 1 whole square, x plus 1? Need not to worry. What is there here? Same thing you will get. Okay. So what you will get? X minus 1 whole square into x plus 1. Okay. Here a into, I already explained in last problem. Here x minus 1 is there. Na? For this, by multiplying with what you will get this? A into x minus 1 into x plus 1. Okay. Plus b into, look here, x minus 1 whole square is there. Na? Here x minus 1 whole square is there. B into x plus 1. In last problem I explained same type, plus c into, here x plus 1 is there. Na? X minus 1 whole square, you need to write c into x minus 1 whole square. Okay, now look here, this will get cancelled. What you will get? 3x plus 5 equal to a into x minus 1 into x plus 1 plus b into x plus 1 plus c into x minus 1 whole square. What is basic idea? I want to find the values of ABC. So I'll use the tricky thing that what we used in type 1 to find ABC values. We won't get all ABC values with the help of trick. I'll check it, what values we can find. First thing, can we get a value directly? To get a value directly, you need to make b term, c term 0. You observe, is there any term common in both? Here x plus 1 is there, here x minus 1 is there. There is no term common. So directly you won't get a value. Can I get b value directly with the help of trick? To get b value directly, you observe these two terms, this term and this term. You observe these two terms. Any term common in these two? Look here, here x minus 1 is there, here x minus 1 is there. By putting x equal to 1, you can make this term 0, this term 0, so that I'll get b value. Okay, put x equal to 1. You put x equal to 1 in LHS, 3 into 1, 3 plus 5, that is 8. Left hand side you will get 8 equal to, and you put x equal to 1 in this, it will become 0. So no need to write this term. Put x equal to 1 here, b into 1 plus 1 is 2. 2b, you will get like this. Now put x equal to 1 in this, it will become 0. So what you will get here? B equal to 8 by 2. So B equal to 4. So for this problem, B equal to 4 I got. Right. Now, can I get C value? If you want to get C value, you need to make this term 0. To make this term 0, you observe, is there any common term in both? Look here. Here x plus 1 is there. Here x plus 1 is there. X plus 1 is common in both the terms. So by putting x equal to minus 1, I can make these two terms 0. So that I will get C value. So what I will do here, put x equal to minus 1. Put x equal to minus 1 this side. 3 into minus 1, that is minus 3. Minus 3 plus 5, that is 2. 2 equal to, when I put x equal to minus 1, you look here, this term will become 0. So this full term will become 0. And when I put x equal to minus 1, this also will become 0. So that I will get C into, put x equal to minus 1. Minus 1 minus 1, that is minus 2. Minus 2 whole square is 4. Okay. So what you will get, C is 2 by 4. 2 by 4 is 1 by 2. So I got C value. C value as 1 by 2. Now I got B value. I got C value. What I need? Now I need A value. As I said in last problem also, like this only. You observe here. To get A value, any like trick doesn't work. X equal to 1, x equal to minus 1. That type of things doesn't work directly. As this is true for all real values of x, I'll put x equal to 0 in this. Why x equal to 0? You can put x equal to 1 also. 1 already used, no? You cannot use 1. You can put x equal to 2. You can put x equal to minus 2. You can put x equal to 3. Any real number you can put. I'll put x equal to 0 because simplification will be easy. When I put x equal to 0 in this, I'll get an equation in terms of ABC. First thing, put x equal to 0 in this. Put x equal to 0. Okay. When I put x equal to 0, 3 into 0, 0 plus 5. 5. I'll get 5 left hand side equal to. Put x equal to 0 here. A into put x equal to 0. 0 minus 1 minus 1. 0 plus 1 plus 1. So minus 1 into plus 1 is 1. Okay. A into minus 1 plus 1 is minus 1. Right. This is minus 1 plus. Put x equal to 0 in this. It will become B into 0 plus 1, that is B, plus. Put x equal to 0 in this. 0 minus 1, that is minus 1 minus 1 whole square is 1 only. This is C. You observe here. I got an equation in terms of ABC when I put x equal to 0 in this equation. Now, in this equation, as I already know B value, C value, I will substitute B value, C value. Substitute, what you will get? 5 equal to minus A plus. Look here, B. What is B? B is 4. B is 4 plus what is C? C is 1 by 2. Now, by simplifying this, I can get A value, right? So simplify here. 5 equal to minus A plus 4 2s are 8. 8 plus 1, 9 by 2. You take this A to the left hand side so that A equal to 9 by 2 minus 5. That is A equal to minus 1 by 2. 9 minus 10 by 2. Okay. So I got A value, B value, C value. Look here. A value minus 1 by 2, B value 4, C value 1 by 2. What I'll do, this ABC values, I need to substitute in this equation 1. Look here, this is equation 1. Look here, I got ABC values now. Now I'll write what is A value I got. A value I got it as minus 1 by 2. I'll write minus 1 by 2. What is B value I got? B value I got it as 4. What is C value I got? C value 1 by 2. Please observe this one. This is what we learned from partial fractions. Now, as I got ABC values, in place of this ABC, I written the value. So, I got like this. Okay. Actually, what to integrate? Look here. We want to integrate this one. We want to integrate this one. I came to know that this is same as this. That means now I want to integrate this one. Okay. I want to integrate this one. Okay. Now, you came to know that this is same as this. Now, what I'll do, in place of this expression, I'll write this. I hope you are understanding. Okay. Equal to integral of dx. Now, how to integrate this part? I'll integrate each and every term. Okay. That equal to, while integrating this, here minus 1 by 2 is there. Now, that is constant. You write it outside the integral. Minus 1 by 2 into integral of 1 divided by x minus 1 dx. Okay. Now, integral of this part 4 is constant. Take it outside. 4 times of integral of 1 divided by x minus 1 whole square dx. Okay. Plus 1 by 2 constant. Take it outside. Integral of 1 divided by x plus 1 dx. I hope you are understanding. Good. Now, further integration. Look here. Minus 1 by 2. Minus 1 by 2 into You observe x minus 1 derivative is 1. Numerator is the derivative of denominator. Numerator is the derivative of denominator. So it is what? Direct answer. Log mod. This is log mod x minus 1 plus 4 times of integral of. You observe this one. This one can be written as x minus 1 whole power minus 2 into 1 dx. In last problem also I used this, so I am not explaining much here. 1 by 2 into, you observe derivative of x plus 1 is 1. So what you will get, this is log mod x plus 1 plus c. Okay, that equal to minus 1 by 2 into log mod x minus 1 plus 4 times of, you observe this part, integral of f of x whole power n into f dash of x dx. This is f of x whole power n into f dash of x dx. In last problem also we used this trick now. Model number 3 we learned this type of problems. What is the answer? F of x whole power n plus 1 minus 2 plus 1 minus 1 divided by minus 1 plus 1 by 2 into log mod x plus 1 plus c. If I simplify, what I'll get? Minus 1 by 2 into log mod x minus 1. Look here, this plus of minus will become minus 4 into 1 divided by x minus 1 plus 1 by 2 into log mod x plus 1 plus c. Finally, we integrated this one. Right? So this is the answer for this integral. In what is the main thing you need to know here? You need to observe that it is a proper rational function and denominator contains repeated linear factors. So in today's class, we completed these type 2 problems. What you need to know? It is given function is a proper rational function or not. Later, denominator you observe. Denominator contains non-repeated linear factors or repeated linear factors. Denominator contains repeated linear factors. Right? In last class, type 1, denominator contains non-repeated linear factors we did. So I hope you understand this model. Type 3 is when denominator contains irreducible quadratic factors. Type 3 is, it is a proper rational function and denominator contains irreducible quadratic factors like x square plus 1, in the denominator x square plus 1, x square plus x plus 1. When such type of expressions are there in the denominator, by using partial fractions, how we split that rational function into partial fractions, that we will learn in next class. Okay, so many students, they feel difficult integration by using partial fractions. Only the difficulty they face is they fail to identify which type of problem it is. Total 2 types we did. In both the types, given function is a proper rational function. Both the types. In type 1, denominator contains non-repeated linear factors. Type 2, denominator contains repeated linear factors. Type 3 is what? It is proper rational function only. Denominator contains irreducible quadratic factors. I hope you understand this class. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.